What's going on? Been a while. I think 2 weeks since my last stream. Gotta remember how to do this shit. And crud. There goes my YouTube. Yeah, I swore in the first 30 seconds, so YouTube won't promote this video, but I really don't care. Nope, no new intro. No new intro. Good to see you, Ape, St. Jolene, Cerez, welcome, cheers. Captain, Sukuna, Gumbo. Yes, I will be maxing Shapur, expertising Shapur today. Russ, good to see you. Paranoia and Zach G. Okay, those guys aren't here. They just got to get to their trip. Sorry about that. Onyx, what's going on? Car, welcome, welcome. Hopefully everyone's doing good. Welcome back. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks. Just haven't felt like streaming. You know, I mean, there were at any given point in time there were 5 to 14 people streaming the 1093 1960 KVK. So I really didn't see a point. But you know, it is what it is. Snow Goose coming in hot. With 5 gifteds. Thank you, Mr. Goose. You guys know what to do, right? If you're a member, please help me thank Mr. Snow Goose. Drop that Snow Goose emoji in the chat. He is always here, always supporting the stream. And yeah, I mean, there's been nothing going on in our KVK. Greenwood and who is it? I don't even know these camps anymore. Greenwood and Daybreak and whoever camping's in the upper right hand corner. I forget if it's wind or water. Who are these guys here? So yeah, they had free Kingsland, we evacuated this zone. You know, it was quite clear we did not match up well against 1188. You know, again, my last video, we went through this entire KVK, so I don't want to rehash it. In short, you know, I'll be honest, we were not prepared for a stratagems. We did not have a ton of shell alliances to drop fort after fort after fort. That said, we had some issues as well with what I feel like was not being supported by our allies. But it is what it is. We won't live in the past. We're going to look to the future. We are correcting our mistakes, things that we can control. Doing better to build those shell alliances, make sure we have credits, make sure we can drop fort lines if needed. And this is probably the one and only stratagems we will ever do. But yeah, it was poor matchmaking from the start. You know, people can say all day long. On paper, it was a fair KVK, but on paper, Gordon Ramsay's finest 3 Michelin star restaurant is a restaurant. And McDonald's is a restaurant. They're both restaurants on paper, but the quality just is vastly different. Yep, Onyx, we got an A seed, so. But again, I don't want to look to the past. I want to move forward. We're getting ready for our next KVK, which we will hopefully go into very quickly. We have got individuals who are migrating here from 2687, and that includes Svart, Layla, both very, very experienced in helping lead kingdoms. Orion is also coming. Orion's an insane Aussie fighter, 215 million power, 20 billion kill points, and 103 million deads. So it'd be great to have him here also. And then where's the other dude? Viz. Okay, maybe he's not a R3 at the moment. So we're getting 4 quality players with leadership experience out of this KVK. Many of you know Forza has retired from the game. The account changed hands already, and it is in 2377. So we lose Forza, we gain Orion. I feel like Orion is a crazy fighter, just like Forza was. I don't know he's necessarily got all the insane gear and armaments that Forza did, but that all comes with time. That all comes with time. So, we're looking forward to bringing those 4 players in. I know Mad Mania's still got a few other players that are interested in coming here. And we'll see. We'll see. So we're trading Forza's 60 billion kill points for Orion's 20 billion kill points, which, honestly, that should help in matchmaking. That should help in matchmaking. From what I understand, matchmaking is more now about kill points than it is about power. Some of the recent updates, even Lilith has alluded to that. Oh, I got a ton of friggin' legendary materials back. What's going on, Disastrous? Yeah, I'm a firm believer that they just throw people into matches. I don't think there's any algorithm in the back end. They just have somebody sitting behind a desk taking bribes to get kingdoms in certain matchups. But Shapur today. We have got some gold heads burning a hole in my pocket. We're going to keep saving spin tickets for that next cavalry commander. I don't think I'm going to go crazy on the wheel for an engineering commander. It kind of surprises me even that we can even see those commanders in the game right now. Right, we still got... This is the first Shapur MGE. We still got 2 more with Shapur before we even see these commanders. So it's interesting. The one issue I have with the recent updates, right, and this is just stupid. This right here, info management. Right? I like the fact that we can have different roles assigned for different players in that R4. 12 R4s, you can have different roles, but this info management, right? Send ready checks, edit delete calendars, edit alliance and troop markers. So this is flagging, right? Edit markers, alliance markers, and edit the alliance profile. Why in the Sam hell do I have to allow somebody access to edit the alliance profile if I want them to place flags also? So you're telling me, and I'm having trouble finding it myself here, you're telling me that anyone I want to place flags can also go in here and edit the alliance profile, right? Change the language, change the banner, change the colors, change the tags, change the name. That is friggin' stupid. Editing the alliance profile should be an administrative management function. Demolish alliance buildings, appoint and remove officers' titles, and manage block pass list. Editing the alliance profile should be a admin management function. It should not be information management. King Bob says you can unlock the commanders with a legendary tavern. What? The engineering commanders? Where the hell's the damn tavern thing? There's none of them should mess with that, right? But you know, every person I have as R4 here is I trust. In the same respect, though, you go into KVKs where you sometimes make individuals from another alliance an R4 so that they can help with flags, with markers, they can let people in and out. I don't want somebody from another alliance, another kingdom coming in and fucking with our alliance profile. Member management, manage applications, remove members, view member coordinates, view member online status, no issues there. Internal management, restock the alliance shop. This is kind of silly. Before, the only people who could stock the alliance shop were the counselor, the warlord, the envoy, and the saint in the R5. Okay, any R4 could use alliance technology. So, yeah, I mean, all the R4s know we don't keep anything in the shop. If people want something, they ask for something. Building management, I got no issues here. Garrison rally management, yeah, every single R4 should be able to do that. This is my issue. Editing the alliance profile should be an administrative function, but they can't touch it, just like they can't touch the shop. No, anyone with those options. So every single person here with a check mark by info management can edit the alliance profile. Even outside kingdoms, yes sir. Yes sir, we tested that with Svart and Layla. So they could go in here, they could load up the shop, they could take everything. I trust those two, they're migrating here. If they weren't migrating here, I don't know that they would have some of these options. I mean, it's nice though, you know, that during war or whatever, we can bump Nugget to R4 or bump, you know, somebody to R4 and they can manage garrisons and rallies, right? They can help with building flags. Because there are often times in war where 8 slots was just not enough. Forgot to change those settings and couldn't place markers during the alt. Oh boy. Yeah, our KVK's over, right? 10 days, 11 days. It's at the top here, 11 days. No sense, absolutely no sense in pushing for honor. You cannot compete with piloted accounts. I mean, top 20 is friggin' double what I have. This will be the first KVK that I've participated in since the top 10s, where I'm not getting an Autric. So we'll have to settle for a fragment, right? This is from 2 days of fighting, 84th in kill points, 52nd in deads, 50th in heals. Yeah, I made top 20 honor once. It's just too frickin' time consuming. And nowadays, people don't even do it themselves. They have pilots do it. And I just can't compete with that. I'm not going to have somebody pilot my account to push honor points. To do daily stuff. It just ain't going to happen. But we got all those materials back. right here, right? 15, 75, and 20. So we did a couple things on our infantry march. We took the helmet to level 5. We took the gloves to level 5. So this one's getting there. Additionally, on the second archer march, right, we procced the ring. So now we have 2 full sets of archers with everything procced. Now this set, of course, we got to take the Hydra's Blast from level 3 to level 5 at some point. And then we're still working on getting this horn up to level 5 and this ring up to level 5. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Cavalry march, not so great, but we've got so many players here that are cavalry focused. I don't need the best cavalry march in the game. We got others to do that. The other thing I've been working on is this was always all archer stats, right, on my main archer march, but we've been working to kind of refine some of these, transmutate some of these to get better stats. So I think this one had a couple lower stats in here. We got these up to at least 2.5, got all damage at 1.3 now. So everything, I think the lowest stat on any of these is that 1.3 all damage. We'll probably continue to refine these, see if we can't get this defense up higher. See if we can't get this attack and defense up higher. Same thing here. You know, try and get this attack up higher, maybe get all damage here instead of archer health. Cav is the best, if you say so. I know it's probably not the smartest decision in the world to expertise the new commander today. Probably wait out a couple MGs, but you know, if I expertise it today, that means somebody else can take my spot in the next couple of MGs, and I kind of want to try it out in our next Arco Osiris match. Should be fun. Other than that, not a lot going on here. What have you guys all been up to? Onyx, how's your KVK going? Let's go take a look. $33.03. You guys are in this camp, if I remember correctly, the water camp. We're getting a star in our hearts and minds. Yes, Car. So looks like water camp got this zone from fire. Nice, nice. Under your past 7's open here. Your allies lost that zone though, so yeah, it should be a fun fight. Kingsland looks fairly evenly matched. Lost every altar because, well, yeah, you know, in all reality, 1029 doesn't win a lot of altars. We just don't have the numbers. Altars don't mean shit though. I mean, honestly, in our KVK, Wind Camp was beating Water Camp, beating 1188 in the altars, but yeah, look how our zone turned out. So altars don't mean shit. It's just hey, look at us guys, we won the altar. Oh boy, we get some honor points from that. Oh boy. nice to have 2 hours of honor, but you know, at the end of the day, the big picture, it don't mean a lot. Warfare second place here. He's slacking. Tell him he's slacking. Vader, Luxta. You're like the quote unquote smallest kingdom in this camp, huh? Yeah, it'd probably be helpful if I find the main coalition, right? Yeah, you're like the lowest powered alliance in your camp yet. That's fucking awesome. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys up here. Yeah, that's kingdom after my own heart, right? That's why I've often said if I was ever to leave 1029, 3303 it would be at the top of my list. Well run, well managed kingdom with good people there. Is in wind. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Are they just fighting for fun here? Maybe the altar just finished. I don't know. The only place they can fight. Kill point chaser. Oh, it's MGE. Okay, it's MGE. Makes sense now. One other thing I wanted to look at, I was told, find the post again. Information. So, a little discussion. Oh, good God. We gotta scroll back in here. Yeah, I can't find it. Captain, what's one of the kingdoms in the stratagems that had the betrayal? Do you remember? Maybe that's it. Azul is here. Maybe that's it. 1824. Is that a stratagems? Yeah, I think that's the one we thought we would be in. Yep, I think this is the one, right, where Fire and Greenwood were allied. And Fire betrayed. At least that's what I've been told. I don't know the details behind it. I just know that there was fighting between Fire and Greenwood up here at one point in time in Kingsland. What did their other allies do? Their other allies didn't help either one, huh? Wind. So, you know, let's remember, right? There are two sides to every story. They claim they pushed pre-KVK and deserve the star since the enemy gave up after Zone 5. You know, I can see it both ways. I can honestly see it both ways. And that we've gotten screwed out of the star ourselves in several KVKs where we didn't get as good of fights as our ally, the other camps we allied with. Which is why we have a contract now going into KVKs that are fair and balanced anyway, where your camp gets points if you win a zone. Your camp gets points if you win altar fights. Your camp gets points for best overall DKP. You know, at the end of the day, whichever camp has the most points at the end wins. Now, we've really only used this in one KVK, and that KVK was a loss. But I can see both sides here, right? If Fire Camp agreed at the beginning, DKP takes a star, that agreement should be honored. You know, we've had to do that in the past ourselves. We had a KVK in which we were Earth Camp, we were allied with Fire Camp, and we won the KVK. Now, we pushed our enemies out of the zone very, very quickly, and the Fire Camp lost their Zone 5. And they were doing rally after rally after rally with what I would call suspect commanders, just to boost their DKP. Every Kingdom mail that they sent out, they focused more on beating Earth and DKP than they did on beating the enemy. We won every zone we pushed into, they lost their Zone 5. You know, they ended up with more DKP. Since we agreed at the beginning, DKP would get the star, we gave them the star. You know, but you, in my opinion, the star in the end is not solely about DKP. Wind just watched the betrayal happen, and Greenwood got water to help them after fire overwhelmed Greenwood since they were more drained, and then Wind starts attacking Greenwood. I don't freaking know. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, if Fire agreed that most DKP gets the star, then they should have honored that agreement. And if Greenwood had the most DKP, then yeah, they should get the star, unless Greenwood was artificially raising their DKP stats. But then I would want to see proof. And that's really, really hard to prove, because people can go back to Home Kingdom and they can slam T1s against somebody's city in Home Kingdom and artificially inflate their deads. Now, those deads then are not going to appear on the Autric list. So if you see somebody in the stats with, say, 5 million deads, and the top 10 Autrics, they're not even listed in the top 50 for deads, that's a freaking problem. You know, if you see farms swarming flags with Belisarius, the purple Belisarius and old purple Joan of Arc to artificially inflate dead count, that's a fucking problem. You know, but at the end of the day, yeah, if they agree to DKP gets the star, then they should concede the star. I don't like KVKs where an agreement is made at the beginning, DKP gets the star, simply because we all know, I think we've all seen people, Luna, who can artificially inflate their DKP. And when you're fighting, it's impossible to have eyes everywhere. Impossible. Nobody expected Greenwood to beat Water. Greenwood beat Water, and you said it sounded like Daybreak gave up. Yeah, I think this is the KVK we expected to get into, and not the one that we were kind of thrust into. Oh no, this isn't Stratagem, so sorry. Not bad. Maybe it is. No, the zones aren't big enough. I mean, I hate that term, on paper, right? I hate that term. I'm going to be honest with you. On paper, our KVK was very balanced as well. But paper doesn't mean shit when you have 1316 or 1188 that have 70 players who are maxing technology by past 7. What did I say earlier? McDonald's and Gordon Ramsay both have restaurants. On paper, they're both restaurants. That doesn't mean they're the same quality. Victor says Kingdoms diplo their way to an easy KVK, then complain it was too easy. Yeah, that's a problem in this game. I don't see it getting better anytime soon, though. Unfortunately, now granted, they're putting a feature in the game where if all kingdoms say the KVK is chalked at the beginning, then they'll refresh it. But all kingdoms have to agree. For kingdoms that do diplo to an easy KVK, they're not going to agree to back out of a KVK. What's going on, Aloys? After watching 1093 and 1960 KVK, piloting is what's killing the game. I'm right there with you. I have no issue with 2 friends sharing an account. Right? Like if Redline has friends in 1960 and goes to play on one of their accounts, have fun, enjoy. We're not having fights in our KVK, go have fun. I support that. What I have issue with is paid piloting groups. And I was approached by one today. Right? Sends me a link to their Discord. I said, I'm sorry, I don't use pilots. Out of curiosity, how much do you charge? He says, join the Discord and take a look. We've got all kinds of service and prices written. I'm like, no thanks, I'm not going to join the Discord. Don't worry, we won't jeopardize you. Many people join just to check the price. I say, honestly, I don't agree with piloting services. He says, you're a content creator for Rise of Kingdoms. I got you. I said, no, this is my opinion. Rise of Kingdoms does not dictate my opinion to me. Jolene. So it's these paid piloting services that I have problems with. People spend all this money not to play. Exactly. I mean, I've been told there are certain very high profile players who just log on and buy the chests and pilots do all the work. They maybe play for 2 hours a day on their account during fights. But they're in there buying Goldie after Goldie after Goldie. You can't tell me Arvix plays on all his accounts at the same time. then you have issues with armaments getting deleted or gear getting deleted or whatever. We needed this stream badly. I missed you, Jolene. I just haven't felt like streaming. Not a lot going on to stream, with anywhere from 5 to 14 people streaming that big KVK. I didn't see a point. Some troll from 93 called me trash because they expect me to get tens of billions of KP like those Krakens. Because Carr refuses to use pilots, it makes him trash. Carr, you're trash. We'll have to get a trash emoji for you. Yeah, not a lot of people at the ruins here. So as I understand it, Onyx, he did all the gear that was deleted was returned to him. And this is all hearsay, but he did not get speed ups. He did not get any other type of compensation. So it's a business. It's a business. You have somebody that spends literally millions of dollars in this game. I understand Lilith wanting to take care of that customer. At the same time, they need to go back and review and do it for everybody then too. How many did you get, Carr? We can always go look. Which one is it? This one? KVK has no war now. Which kingdom were you? You guys were this kingdom? Is this even the right KVK? I thought you were fire camp. $2.2 billion kill points. It's not bad at all. I mean, I get it. That's not bad at all, Carr. My favorite part-time streamer. Thank you, Mr. Madmania.
You're an inspiration for bird control.
How was your karaoke? It's like the fitness industry. Every influencer is juiced to the tits. So when they see a picture from a normal guy, do you even lift? I need to message Ash and tell her if I don't get the videos of you singing karaoke, then she's going to get kicked off the 1029 Discord. You can't tell me she was too drunk not to take videos. Well, here's the thing, guys. I feel like I'm the only one voicing my opinion about pilots to the company. You know, and I'm consistently getting told, oh, if you can't beat them, join them. Just get pilots then. I refuse to do that. Right? Until we have player after player after player going to Lilith and telling them that this is a fucking problem, they're not going to listen to little old me. Big creators aren't allowed to voice it. You're right. They tell us to shut up. Don't talk about pilots. They don't phrase it specifically like that, but I can read between the lines. I've been in corporate America long enough to be able to read between the lines. You know, so yeah, there are many content creators that don't even talk about it. Hell, there are friggin' content creators out there that pilot and stream it live. Sponsored ones too. You know, there are specific channels out there that are not sponsored that all they do is stream piloting somebody else's account. It's at a point where it's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Disable KP when the account is logged in anywhere but the main device. Whales are always changing devices. Can't do that. I mean, I play... When there are fights, I'm only playing on my PC. I think the problem is it's very hard for them as a company to prevent people from sharing their accounts. It's hard for them to restrict logins because people may play on a different device when they're at work, when they travel. And I'm reading directly from Rock Support right now. Our team has indeed noticed the problem of pilots, but we don't have a good way to prevent players from actively sharing their account information. And the login address and device can be changed for work and travel. It's really difficult for us to restrict players' logins. We've considered IP restrictions, though IP changes, we cannot rule out the use of VPNs. We value the money, time, and effort you put into the game, and we want to do better to maintain fairness of the game, but there is really no good way to prevent the problem of pilots right now. So let's address some of these issues, right? We don't have a good way to prevent players from actively sharing their login information. You've made it easier for players to do that by adding a secondary password. Login address and device can be changed for work and travel. Fine, travel. Let's address travel. If I log in right now today from the USA, and immediately when I log off, somebody logs in from Saudi Arabia, you're telling me that I jumped into the Star Trek Enterprise transporter, dematerialized in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and materialized in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia within 10 seconds. Okay, travel. That addresses travel. My bank card can do it, right? If I'm going to travel to a foreign country, I log into my banking system. I tell my bank that I'm traveling to Cuba. This is the date and the time that I'm leaving and the date and the time that I'm coming back. My bank can do it. Why can't this game? We've considered IP restrictions. Okay, I get it. I get it. VPNs. I get it. I get it. Other games do hardware bans. Right? There are other games that can identify unique signatures within your graphics card, within your motherboard, within your processor. I don't know the technical deal behind it. Those each have a unique serial number, a unique key. Okay, instead of having a group of 10 pilots piloting somebody's account, hey, you have to declare which devices you're using. Me, I have a PC, I have a tablet, and I have a phone that I log into this game on. Those would be my 3 devices. Okay, so at the most then, okay, let's say somebody has 4 devices. Fine, at the most somebody could have 4 devices. But again, you're only those 4 devices, so let's assume 3 of those devices are pilots. With the travel restriction, right? You can tell, you know, again, I'm not going to be in Oshkosh, Wisconsin and materialize in Saudi Arabia within 30 seconds. Right? So there are ways to do this. There are ways that they could do this. It's just too much money for them. Too much money. Those players are buying bundle after bundle. Those players that use piloting services are buying bundle after bundle after bundle so those pilots can keep fighting for them. And those top tier players, okay, I'm sorry, I'm using the word wrong. Those top tier accounts probably make up a greater percentage of income for this company than our lower tier accounts. Arvix probably has 10 houses and 20 different PCs that he plays. Yeah, right. So there are ways that it could be done. It's just too much money for him. And I get it. At the end of the day, it's a business. But at the end of the day, players like myself are going to have to really at some point take a cold, hard look, because piloting used to be a problem in the Super Imperiums. Just for those kingdoms, right? Now it's getting to be a problem for lower seed kingdoms. Even C and D seed, low A seed, B seed kingdoms. Getting to the point where if you don't have pilots running on your game 24/7, you're going to start losing KVKs. I mean, I would say there are 5 to 7 players in 1029 who have friends play on their account, who have friends pilot their account. I'm not aware of anyone in 1029 that uses paid piloting services. And again, I'm okay with friends playing on other friends' accounts. To me, that's not a problem. Again, if you're going to do something about the paid piloting services, that's going to impact those type of accounts as well. I mean, you cannot tell me for 1 second, and hopefully I can hook these. You cannot tell me for 1 second where the hell are honor points. That these players are putting up this many honor points without using pilots. I wouldn't let someone play on my account if they paid me. That's why we love you, Aloys. People think I'm an alien from Mars whenever I tell them I don't. Yeah, exactly. They expect everybody in 1960 to be using pilots, right? What joy do the account owners who pay constantly get? Do they pop up in live streams and say, hey, look at my account? I don't know. I don't know. It irritates the fuck out of me when we see these top 10 videos that Rise of Kingdoms puts out and they elevate these players to such a level. It's not the players, it's the account. And the fights you get in a DC Kingdom, Victor, are not nearly as good. We enjoy being high B, low A, because you're going to get better fights. What's up, K-Dub? Exactly, Car. I'm very proud of the fact that every single kill point I have, every single dead troop I have, every single help, 300,000 helps, every single resource gathered, this is all me. All me. Could I have more kill points if I played in Imperium Kingdom? Absolutely. Could I have more kill points if I let pilots play on my account? Absolutely. But I wouldn't have the same satisfaction playing this game that I do right now. Low A, yeah, that's a problem, Victor, right? All these new kingdoms that they're throwing out here, every 1.5 days, there's a new kingdom here. Eventually, they get to KVK 5, Season of Conquest. They have maybe 5 to 8 billion power total. They're the new CNDC kingdoms. When 1029 was a D seed, right? When 1029 was a D seed, I think we were right around 11 billion power. Now we're a low A seed at 11.8 billion power, and this power is even very high for us because we've got a lot of players from 2687 in here. Right? So that's maybe more like a 10.5 billion. 10.9 billion power. Now we're a low A seed. A lot of these low A seed kingdoms are absolute garbage. You know, in this KVK, we were absolute garbage because we're facing AC kingdoms like 1188, 1316. You know, we were not ready for a Storm of Stratagems map to face crazy, insane spending kingdoms like this. You have maybe five to seven in a decent KVK matchup. We'll maybe have 12 to 15 people that will buy the Mountain Warfare bundles and Max Tech. Shocked when I saw a low A seed having to buy all pop-ups as a requirement to apply for recruitment. Yeah, buy all pop-ups and 2 Mountain Warfares, otherwise you can't stay in the kingdom. I disagree, Captain. This map, I think, with these big-ass fucking zones, I think being ready to have a fort wall is more critical here. You know, I know everyone wanted to try something different from Heroic Anthem and what is it? Tides of War? But I still like those 2 maps best. I think Tides of War is my favorite. Yeah, I mean, this KVK was absolutely insane. I mean, some of these kingdoms have just unlimited shells and resources, right? You'd see fort drops with nobody building them just to block the building flag line for another camp. We've never seen that or experienced that in any other KVK we've ever been in, to my knowledge. Generally, you drop a fort, you're going to build that fort. You're not just dropping a fort so that they can build a flag and take it down right away. Agreed, Victor. They really need to look at the timing of some of those tides, right? Because many of those, oh, hey, you've got to get 1,000,000 kill points to get your 1% attack bonus, but all the fighting in that zone is over already. I like the fast building of forts. I like the decrease of the burn time and flags. I like those different aspects of that KVK very, very much. But yeah, the timing of some of those tides was you know, I think some of those attack or all damage buffs happened like 2-3 days after fighting concluded in a zone. So I'm right there with you. All right, let me run hit the head. I'll be right back. So if you're still here, Car, new crystal tech, good or bad? I've heard both. Some people really like it, some people really hate it. The people that I think really like it are those lower spenders, those free-to-play players who need the defense and health over the attack. I think the players that I've seen that dislike it are players who value that attack over the defense and health. Really bad when defending structures, so I think the swarming structure is less effective, if I understood what everyone was saying correctly. Well, you know, swarming rallies, right? It just seems like you can't have one or two people swarm the rally anymore. If you're gonna swarm a rally, you need every single player on the field to commit to that. And I think that's what I was seeing in some of these KVKs, where you'd have one or two Krakens swarming the rally, and it was not as effective as it used to be. You know, you need 5, 10, 12 players to commit to that now. You know, if we own the field and they sent a rally at the flag in the past, we could just leave one or two players behind to swarm the rally down, and everybody else could keep pushing. Now it seems like we're going to have to commit, 3 to 5 to 7 players to stay behind and swarm the rally down. You know, we'd be on voice chat time and time again, and Snow gets to be like, yeah, I got the rally, you guys keep pushing. You know, it seems like we may need a couple players now to do that instead. Overall, they had to do something, I think. There's a nice group of barbs. Shame it's only HA and Tide's next pop. They'll roll it out slowly over time, I think. You know, but if the Krakens don't like it, I would expect them to go back to the old crystal tech. City skins with attack bonus will be more. That true, very true. You know, the problem is though, right? I mean, everybody has made their equipment. Right, Archer attack 29, defense 32, health 14. A lot of people have made equipment to value defense and health over attack. I've always said, even in the past, if I'm sending a rally, I want that attack skin on. I mean, I'm not going to send an Archer rally if we don't own the field in the first place. If we can't keep the rally full, I'm not going to send an Archer rally at a flag. I've always used the 15%, now the 20% Archer attack skin myself. The new tech free-to-play low spinner should go all out in the first zone since you're strongest there in comparison to whales. Later zones max stack still completely stomps. That makes sense. Not a huge chainer, I just take advantage when I see 3-4 barbs in a row. What's up, Joker? Good to see you, sir. Go all out, open field first zone. Sleep through past 7 since it's a farm trade simulator. Pilot KP chasing. And in King's Land, use your 1 to 3 strongest marches, reinforce and fill with the rest. Seems logical. True. True. I mean, the resources Plato was using in that KVK was absolutely insane. Dirty Dan also. I know they invested in it. Yeah. What did somebody tell me? For $200 a month, you can hire a pilot to log on, do all your daily shit. Do all your events like Champions of Olympia, Ciroli Crisis. No, thank you. Fairly happy that I'm still undefeated in Champions of Olympia. Never played in Olympia, never will. Say something, voice your opinion. Why'd you leave? Fuck you, barbarians. Screw you then. Right? Carl, that's probably not a very popular opinion in the kingdom you're in. Yeah, I mean, I would love to be able to enjoy barb chaining and be able to do it for hours and hours and hours, it's just so mind-numbing and time-consuming that I can't do it. I just can't do it. I am not going to hire a pilot to do it either. Jolene, where'd you go? You pop in here, you say a couple sentences, you give Carr some shit, and then you leave, huh? I'm sure that's insane. So I got my 100K honor, but nowhere even close. Top 20 is double. I think I have 150K honor. Top 20 is double that. Ooh, look, presents. Any speed ups here? Oh, we'll take the gems. Oh no, there's an 8-hour. Well, a lot of the shit talkers I see on Facebook, on Discord, on Lost Kingdom chat, those are the pilots, right? It's not generally the account holder that's talking smack. I guess if you're playing on a 250 million account, and you have a small wanker, it's probably nice to feel like you have a big wanker every now and again. Monday, July 19th. We need to change that. This will now be Monday, July 21st at 14:48. Amen to that, Insane Joker. Amen to that. People's accounts are praised off of stats earned by somebody else. There'll probably be at least 6 to 9. I guarantee you there's going to be people streaming at Reset doing quote-unquote testing in Ark of Osiris map, which is not valid testing. It gives you a general indication of the quality of the commander, but it's not going to be anywhere close to KVK. I told one of the accounters it's his job to instruct his dumb pilot not to do stupid shit after he accused me of complaining a lot. Just because he was hitting his own alliance members in Lost Canyon. Good Lord. I mean, that's logic, right? When you go into a KVK and Lost Canyon, you don't hit your own alliance members. That has been a rule that has been in every single kingdom that I have been in since Lost Canyon started. Yeah, those are the type of pilots that are bad, right? You know, Lost Canyon. Where am I even at? Still top 100? Okay, that works. I don't care. We got the iconic crystals. We got these blueprints. We got this blueprint. We got this blueprint. Hopefully they add some stuff. I mean, these are new, right? Before, I think they had what? Shio's Return here, and Plate of the Eternal Empire here. I'm sorry, Eternal Night blueprint. Now at least it's a choice chest, but I want to see some new stuff in the shop as well. Right, what do we get this KVK? We got all these transmutation stones here. We got 2 horns. We got 1 hero's hit blueprint. I'm pissed off that I got this because you can get that now in I forget which event that was in. And then we got a Hydra's Blast. So we got some decent stuff in here. We got three of these coins. 3 conquest coins this KVK and a loss. And enough season coins to buy some decent shit. Probably end KVK with just over 25 million crystals. What is the Autric distribution even like in stratagems? $210 total, is that it? Or does the Kingdom with the Star get 210? The Camp with the Star get 210, and then 90 are distributed to others. So the Star gets 210. And the other 2 camps will have to split the 90. So Greenwood and whatever this is up here, I think it's water. I believe 1316 is getting the Star. So more than likely, doubt they split the 90 evenly between water and Greenwood. We'll see. I mean, not my concern. I was kind of hoping 1188 and 1316 would fight each other for the Star here, but it doesn't seem like that'll be the case. 1316 is getting what they want, though. No fighting in Kingsland means they can keep their kill points low. Cherry pick yet another KVK. No clue, Victor. Don't know, don't care. Our last KVK 1316 would not ally with anyone if they didn't promise them the star at the end. You know, that contract I shared earlier, they made a joke of it. We've spun the wheel twice ourselves in the past. You know, like that betrayal we were talking about earlier, right? If one kingdom, if they agreed on DKP at the start, okay, fine. But in a KVK, when your enemy doesn't fight you, you know, you sometimes have to go back to the negotiating table after that. Betrayal's not the answer. We have had a Nile KVK in which we didn't get any fights at all. And our allies were gentlemen about it, and we said, fine. And they said, fine, let's spin the wheel at the end. We were lucky we got the star in there. We had another Nile KVK. Ironically, both wheel spins we've done were Nile KVKs. We had another Nile KVK, which our ally camp did not get any fights at all. So it's not fair to them to then say, okay, we're going by DKP alone. So we spun the wheel there, and unfortunately we didn't get the star in that one. Is this over yet? Oh, praise Jesus. You know, and in matchmaking, I really honestly feel that what needs to be factored in is prior KVKs. You know, okay. This last KVK, 1029, had 30 players with max tech at the end. So do we pair them up against the kingdom that had 130 players with max tech at the end of their last KVK? And I get it, every KVK is a little bit different, but generally players who are maxing tech are maxing tech every KVK period. You know, that has to be factored into matchmaking in some way, shape, or form. Because on paper, kill points and power do not tell the entire story. And, you know, VIP 19, SVIP. You know, when you got a kingdom with 70 SVIP players, that's much different than going against a kingdom that has maybe 10 SVIP players. Oh, in your KVK, you're going to be rallying with some Shapur after reset. Nice. I'm an expertise. I did not have any plans to do any sort of testing whatsoever. So yeah, if you are rallying, maybe you can watch some of those. Maybe we can get some reports from you. If you're still awake, I know it's getting late there for you. Zone 6 forts? Like barbarian forts? Or this is zone 4, zone 5, zone 6. Good Lord, 1093 is oh, you're gonna rally some of these. Yeah, I don't know how you would even go about clearing this zone. That's a lot of freaking burning. That's right? 1960, though, they never sleep. I mean, I said this on multiple people's streams, like, right? Dirty Dan and Apo. No matter who won or lost this KVK, 1960 and 1093 have etched themselves into this game as two of the greatest kingdoms ever. I don't recall 1960 winning a Grand Prix. That's something that they need to put on their banner yet. Car, are you going to be able to play in the Grand Prix? Are the MX players going to get those slots, or are the GT players going to come in and say, fuck you? So what you're saying, basically, some of the players who were in MX that took it all the way are going to be sitting and watching because some of the GT players are coming in. I get it. I'm not saying I don't, right? You want your best players there playing, but you also want those who have worked well together and have that coordination carry the torch. So it's a tough call when you have two solid teams like GT and MX, and at least 100 players or more in that kingdom who you could drop onto that team at any given time. We got 2 minutes here. I like how Schmuck said the whole KP per KVK thing. His account can do 3 to 4 billion, but his alliance doesn't have enough gold chests to recover the speed ups. That's the problem. You will. Every KVK I can generally do about 2 to 3 billion kill points. and that's with about 3,000 days of speed ups, 3,500 days of speed ups. Maybe more if I don't face tank all the time. If I do that back and forth fighting that I absolutely hate. In this KVK, I think I got like 1.2 billion kill points, and that was 1.5, 2 days of fighting. Redline did beat me in DKP, so the Archer mug was sent to his house. The best trading player in 1960 was their free-to-play. I thought Sox migrated, didn't he? Being allergic to sad faces pays off. Yeah, there are times where refreshing is fine, right? If you're very close to your city. If your city's way far away from the front line. Sorry, we're gonna have to restart the game. It's problematic if you're always marching 3 minutes back to refresh. You know, unless you're a kingdom like 1093 that has 600 people online, you know, 300 go refresh, 300 are there still. But if everybody goes to refresh at the same time, you're gonna lose that front very quickly. Oh, new. Scipio and Wallace. Okay, I got them ready. Where'd those... Did I not get it?
Shapur, شکوه امپراتور.
All right, Carl, we're going to need your help on the talent tree here, maybe. Finish Scipio now? Nice, nice. All right, good night, Victor. Oh, yep, hello. We'll see here in a minute. What's he got? Skill, conquering, and archer. I believe we're gonna go here, right? Here. Pretty standard stuff there. That's pretty standard for archers. 24 points left. Would be take me all the way up here. Oh, 18 would take me up there. What other archer commanders are rallying? Okay, we could just look at the Ash, right? They don't run Ash primary. Generally. Henry. Yeah, I use Ash in the open field most of the time. I don't generally run him primary. Oh, I don't want that. Leave me alone. All right, I'm listening. Rejuvenate, right? Clarity, done. Entrenched in the conquering tree, venomous sting in the archer tree. Okay, 6 points left. What's up, Dracul? Yeah, this hurts. point left. We got defense here. Normal damage. Attack, right? Attack. Defense or attack? Maybe attack with the new crystal tech? Sexy. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you as always, Car. How is Dracul today? 10 minutes before your next job starts, right? Gotta get ready for it, like I said. Car just making bank out here, working. Done. Aw, thank you for the fiber, Dracul. Appreciate that. Okay, my notifications are not working. That's fabulous. But thank you anyway. I think we have another Kal Karak I can do, but we're not doing that tonight. We're not going to bore you guys with that. We did what we came here to do. We have got the new commander expertise. Where the frick is he on this list now? Seriously. There we go. Okay. We are ready for ARC. A week from tomorrow. $29 away. So this is the one I'm working on here. I will really want that butterfly effect for Arthur, right? I am 42 away from here. Which would take my wish list to 8. So I'm opening everything for Delta currently. If we get it right now, that would be amazing. Of course not. In any case, let's see what else is going on out there. I think Mr. Appo is still streaming. If so, we're going to send you over to his ass. He is. We're going to get you over to Appo because he is family. That said, I do see Chisgull and War Daddy doing some Shapur testing, so feel free to watch whoever you want to watch. I do appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I'll have to see why my notifications are not popping off. Appreciate you guys. It won't take me 2 weeks to fire up the next stream, but I appreciate y'all hanging out with me this evening, and we'll catch you on the next one.